Ji.
Hello everybody. Today we are talking to the MD of DMR. Hello sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, please take us through your journey of growth.
Yeah, okay. Our company, DMR, which is primarily, engineering consulting company, we have a journey of over 12 years or 13 years till now. And in this 12 to 13 years time, we had to actually cross number of milestones. And in the sense that since it is an engineering company, so the kind of challenges that this company faced during this entire journey are altogether different from the other companies that we face. Good point is, as on 2012, we are a well-diversified company, although in the infrastructure space, but at the same time, we have to, develop, a diverse kind of talent to really meet the requirement of the infrastructure, disciplines or the projects or industries with which we are actually dealing.
Okay. What are the highlights of the business?
Pardon, ma'am?
Yeah. What are the highlights of the business?
Highlights of the business are in the sense that we are, for example, in dam engineering, and we are into tunnel engineering, and we are into hydropower, and now we are in pumped storage. Besides these four important areas, we are also in some kind of exposure to urban infrastructure and associated areas, and a bit of it we also work for renewables.
What are your plans for growth?
So far as growth plans are concerned, we are actually now focusing deep into our for example, the area of tunnels, that is the rail tunnel and road tunnels. As you are knowing that for rail tunnel and road tunnels, there is a big expansion plan from the government side. And the kind of customers that we work with, those customers have a huge requirement of engineering talent, and that talent is not so easily available. So from that point of view, we understand that there is a ready-made market for a company like ours. What has lagged in the past is that these companies require a deeper talent pool to harness that scale, the business scale. And in initial, when we were actually devoid of funds, we were very, very reluctant to add more manpower because we were not really sure that how many people we can support with a very, very meager capital in the beginning. But then we have built our capacities over the period of time, and now we are in a position that we can really take off on a bigger scale. And the good point is that now we are well recognized in our areas of specialization in the country, and also outside the country also our talent is being recognized.
What are the challenges?
The challenges are multiple actually, and one of the challenges is that we mostly work for EPC clients, because it is there that our services are the most required right now. And EPC clients, sometimes they are also under pressure. They need our services, but then sometimes their own liquidity is sometimes difficult. So we have to be patient with them, and we have to really give them enough elbow room so that we handhold them, and considering their constraints of paying us very, very efficiently, we have to understand that part. But at the same time, since we have the we have to keep our workforce in the top gear all the times. So for our employee satisfaction is very, very important. So we have to really balance the employee satisfaction and customer satisfaction with respect to finances, because our record is that till now, not in a single time there was a situation where we have not paid all the employees either 3 days before the month or at least on the month end. That has been our record, and we want to maintain that. And so for that, sometimes finances start becoming challenges actually. That's why we need more and more working capital actually. That is the main challenge. And other challenge is, of course, that we have to upgrade, continue upgrading our processes to meet the enhanced expectations of the clients, because in today's time it is the speed which actually matters, and so we have to really see that the timelines with which the client or the customer expect us to deliver, we meet those timelines of the customer. So that becomes very, very crucial for us, and that is of course challenging. And other challenging is that in the sense finding the right kind of talent is not that easy. So what we have to do, we have to all the time find young budding engineers who are really passionate about working in the kind of engineering areas in which we work. And then we have to see that we train them well on the job training, and then we give the most right environment for them so that they really feel at home. So these are the kind of challenges which we have been facing, and we have been successfully implementing also.
Tell us more about your team.
So far as our team is concerned, we have right now vibrant team of more than 40 engineers, and all these engineers, they are very, very diverse in the sense in terms of knowledge base also they are diverse, and in terms of all our engineers are actually very, very youthful. They are all, most of them are below 30 years, and they take their responsibility very seriously. And since our recruitment is kind of very, very open kind of recruitment, so we have people almost representing almost every state of the country. I mean, we have people from the north, we have people from the south, we have people from the western part of India, and we have the people from the eastern and northeastern part of India. So that is a beautiful part. And then we have all kind of faiths are represented in our company. And of course, we are a bit lacking on that gender ratio, because previously we were actually not so much focused on the gender balance, but right now we are correcting our gender balance. So in fact, we have a very, very promising and very, very knowledgeful and motivated the team at our place. Yeah.
Okay. What kind of technologies are used by the company?
If you talk about the technology, I can break this into two parts. One part is that for the engineering that we do, for the massive hydropower dams and for tunnels and all those challenging structures, we have to really have the state of art engineering softwares, which are of course in the sense that we have to really train our people there and all the. So we are over the period of time, we have equipped our engineers with all these state of the art engineering softwares. That is one part. And on the other part is the operations part, where we have to really deploy our cloud services and various apps to see that all our operations are efficient and there is no communication gap with the client. And since we follow massively that flexible work schedule for the employees, and employees should be comfortable while working from diverse locations. So we have to see that our architecture of business delivery is such that none of these actually become the handicap. So we are really massively involved in technological upgradation or technological deployment in our company.
What are the specializations of the company which makes the company stand out in the crowd?
again, I will put it into two parts. One part is that our engineering knowledge, with which at least I have about 35 years experience. And then there are other seniors in the company who have a similar kind of experience. So these sectors in which this company is operating, for us, it is not a new sector. In fact, when we started our careers, we were the kind of pioneers in the areas in which our company is right now operating. But then our all engineering workforce, they are really, smart enough to, really, implement those technologies in our operations. And because of that, what I can say is that the knowledge of our team is really impressive, and we try to, benchmark our team with the best in the industry at the global level. That is one part. And second part is, so far as our strength is concerned, our team is very, very humble in the sense that for us, for all our people, that customers' requirement, they come at the priority number one. And we have to really see that we go out of the way to understand, in detail what is the, requirement of the client, and our team, then they would see that the client hand holding, it is beyond, what is under the written mandate. We generally go, as I say to my people, we should be delivering not 100%, 110%. Then only actually we can win the heart of our customers. So I think one is the attitude part, and other is the knowledge part, which keeps this company different from others.
Okay. What is your export percentage, and are you expanding abroad?
Yeah, like as I told, for us, we recognize that besides Indian market, there are other markets where our knowledge is acutely needed, by the engineering community outside India. And since we had initially not a very high bandwidth in terms of capacities, so we concentrated on 2 or 3, territories. For example, Nepal, we concentrated, and then right now we are concentrated one project we are, of course, doing in Africa, and we are also doing a project in Laos. And now we are actually, concentrating how to really get into the market which is available in the developed countries like North America and Europe. How can really we can tap those markets? So we are trying to identify the products that we have, which are indeed, they are in great demand there, and our being a business model which we can actually, deliver things at a, at a much right price compared to the other customers. So we are hopeful that we will be able to make a breakthrough in North America and Europe as well. And we recently took the first step that we have opened a subsidiary of DMR in United States. Like the initial registration is complete, and other formalities we are actually now in the process of completing. And then we will be taking our talent to this developed market, so that our revenue base as well as our talent is recognized outside India as is being recognized in the country.
What is the current debt ratio?
No, debt actually, for a long time, we had no debt. But thing is that we had no assets also. And what I recognize that a company like ours, they have to have some kind of asset as it's on its this thing. So for acquiring some kind of a, you can say it is a hybrid work from home kind of, housing facility for our team. So we have hired that in Gurgaon, and for that we had to take certain loan from SDFC, limited as a housing loan to support our that WFS program. So beside that, that debt, we don't have any other debt.
Okay. How do you foresee the future?
Now, future for this company and for the sector which is very, very bright. As you know that right now all the government in India and governments outside, they are all focused on infrastructure development, and which is taken as the only way which actually the economies of the countries actually can grow. So and since we are the most vital part of an infrastructure development is actually the engineering part, and we know that big engineering consultants and that EPC companies, they really can't afford to have their in-house engineering capabilities. So since we have a passion for those kind of services, so we really see that there is a huge demand for our services, and we have to go on expanding ourselves in terms of our delivery capability and go on strengthening and becoming bigger and bigger.
What message would you like to give to the investors?
Now, so far as investors are concerned, this company is slightly different from the other, engineering companies in India. That we have certain values for which, for us, those values are very, very sacrosanct. One value is that for us, employees, they are the most prized assets. So whatever best we can give to our employees, what we as our quality policies say, or our integrated management system that we have in place in our company, where we say the first is that we have to see that our grassroots employees are empowered, and when the employees are empowered and they have a lot of freedom and flexibility, then they do their best. So, and then as I said, we are focused on both environmental, social, and governance aspect. We brought this governance. We made this company a publicly listed company because we did not want to, lack on the governance part. And I know that for a small company like ours to be a public listed company, it's a big challenge. But then we are ready to accept that challenge, and then we are, my job is to see that each and every branch of my functioning, it is very, very healthy in terms of knowledge and in terms of these things. So we are focusing on our, what we call as governance functions, our finance functions, our operations functions, marketing functions, and as we just opened a new, division in our company, what we call as innovation and research. That means whatever knowledge we are actually, gathering over the period of time, we should be able to really, put it in such a way that our own company people, they should feel pride that, okay, these are the, new knowledges that we have created. So we are trying to create new knowledge, for our young engineers, and those new knowledges should be, really, good or necessary for our customers and for the society as a whole, because ultimately we work to give the best for the society, and the society has a huge expectation from us, and they have a faith. They have to have a lot of faith in us also, and we have to see that we redeem their faith.
Right.
So from that perspective, we have to be doubly sure that we stand out in terms of our commitment to our employees, to our customers, and to our societies. That is how we are actually trying to create a better world around us.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. So much. Thank you for sparing your time for interviewing me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.